Hi everyone, it's Danny. So today I want to present to you a little do-it-yourself stunt that I pulled. I made a video about bagging orchids and how I don't find it okay because there's no ventilation and they can actually rot even more. So, specially designed for orchids that are sick and that require more moisture, I designed something that I like to call the humidity tent. Of course, it might look even better than this, but I'll just show you the principle and the idea, and of course you can work on it if you're better at do-it-yourself stuff than I am. So let's see how I made it. Now the first thing you'll need is a sort of a base for the tent, and what I came up with is just some plastic cups filled with some sand or any material that can hold the stick in place, and some stakes that my Phalaenopsis orchids came with. So it's just a matter of sticking one inside and voila, you have a column. So after you find 4 of these, next thing you will need a cloth of some sort. You can use an old t-shirt, an old tablecloth, whatever. Just try to find a material that is white or pale. It's a pale color and also is not too thick. And I found something, I think this was a sheath. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's not too big, unfortunately. It could look better if it was bigger, but it will do for now. So what you want to do with this now is actually soak it in water and try to remove the excess water so it doesn't actually drip. So I'll go do that and I'll come back. Okay, so I soaked my cloth and here is actually how you put it on. You want to have the front portion of the tent open so that ventilation can occur, and also because this sheet is white, some light will be able to pass through, but you do want to have one of the sides open so that light can come through and your orchid will have light as much as ventilation. So this side will actually be facing your light source so that the orchid actually has some light. Now of course, as I told you, I didn't find a bigger cloth so I can actually cover all the sides, but I think you can get the gist of it. I just wanted to show you the idea. You can make it much better than me. So now you can just place the orchid inside. Make sure that the actual leaves don't touch the wet material, and also if you're doing this on wooden furniture, it's not a good idea. Try to place everything in a tray because these sides that will actually touch the surface you're on, they're really wet. So it might actually, if it's wood, it can ruin it. So maybe you can find a sort of a tray. Of course, you can do this tent smaller or bigger. You can actually adjust the size. And as I told you, if you have a better cloth than me, it could actually work. So, okay, let's test it out. Right now, I have 55% relative humidity in my balcony. I'm just gonna leave this guy here and see how much humidity I can come up with using the tent. Okay, so about 5 minutes have passed actually, and here are the results. Humidity is 67%. I would say this is better than any humidity tray and has a lot of benefits. Now, as you can see, my temperature is really low. It's the dead of winter, it's blizzarding outside. I wouldn't do this in these temperatures. If you keep your orchid in the house, then yeah, it's okay. If it's summer, again, it's okay. But if you're in very low conditions, 50% humidity is all that you need. I wouldn't go any higher than this. But anyway, hope you got the idea. This thing was actually inspired by a thing they use in photography, in macro photography, called a light box, where it's usually a sort of a box fixture with some white textile, and you actually put the lights and you do a good photograph without shadows. Anyway, that stuff is not important, but do check for light boxes. Maybe you can get some inspiration on how to properly build it or how you can make it prettier than me. Anyway, it's something to work about on it. I would say it's a good idea. Benefits are it doesn't hold humidity as much as the bag. If there is any condensation, it will not drop because this is cloth and actually it absorbs. If you get rid of the excess water properly, it will not droop down anywhere and it will not create any crown rot whatsoever. Also, it has ventilation from this side. Also, light can come on this side if you face it towards the light source. Anyway, but the only problem with this thing is it doesn't look so pretty. I'll give it that. I'm not very good at do-it-yourself designful stuff. But anyway, hopefully you got an idea. This is just something for your sick orchids, your dehydrated orchids. You can make it smaller, bigger, whatever. You can obviously improve it. So thank you for joining. Hope you found this useful. I would say it's great. I wasn't expecting that much humidity. You can water the cloth, I think once or twice a day, depending on your temperature. Keep in mind, if you have low temperatures, don't do this. 50% is what you need. You don't need any higher humidity. Okay, so again, thank you for watching. If you have questions or suggestions for me, pop them in a comment and I will try to answer. And yeah, if you want to see other videos like this or better, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, thank you again for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye!